In this video, we are going to learn about the lowest or least common multiple. So, in order to do this, we're going to be looking at our prime factorization again. But before we get there, what is lowest or least common multiple? Well, basically, if I look at two numbers, let's say 4 and 3, I want to know a number that both of these divide. Okay, so what is a multiple, the lowest number that's a multiple of both of these numbers, or the lowest number that both of these divide? That's what we mean by lowest common multiple. So it's the smallest number that a group of numbers can divide, or the smallest number that a group of numbers we could multiply to make a group of numbers equal to. So let's try this here. If we look at 4, we're going to be looking at multiplications. We have 4, 8, and then we have 12. Okay, so every time we times by 1, times by 2, times by 3. Let's look at 3. We're going to have 3, 6, 9. Times by 1, times by 2, times by 3. And then we have 12 times by 4. Now, once we reach this here, this is where they are both equal. So I'm going to show you a little easier way of doing this. Okay, because this one right here, if we just multiply these, we get it. So really, it is 4 times 3, which is 12, is the lowest common multiple. Let's try another one. Let's try 6 and 8. So we're going to now, I'm just going to do this drawing down. So 6 times 2 is 12. Then we're just going to add 6 every time. Then we have 18. Then we're going to have 24. Let's look at this way. We have 8 times 2 is 16, and then I times it again, and we're going to have 24. Here we hit the same numbers there. All right, but now sometimes this could be kind of confusing when we have big numbers, so I'm going to show you a shortcut of how we're going to do this, the lowest common multiple. So we have to figure out what number. So this one right here, I have to multiply this one by 4, and I multiply this by 3 to get it, for 24 to be the lowest common multiple. So let's see another way of doing this, and I'm going to show you my favorite way. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 and 8, and I'm going to find the prime factors of them. This is 2 and 3. Okay? 8 is 2, 4, 2 is a prime, 2 and 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something called a Venn diagram. So I'm going to draw a Venn diagram like this. So we have 6 here and 8 here. I'm going to put in all the factors of this Venn diagram. So what factors, first of all, do they share? They share a 2, right? Now, there are 2 other 2's for the 4. For the 6, there is a 3 left over. So my lowest common multiple, I could say, is equal to 3 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 24. Because this is 6 times 4 is 24. All right, let's try another one using this Venn diagram. Let's try some more complicated ones. Let's try 12, and let's go with 15. Okay? So 12, I want the lowest common multiple of 12 and 15. So first thing I'm going to do is do my prime factorization. I have 3 and 4, 2 and 2. Here, I'm going to have 3 and 5. Now I'm going to make my Venn diagram. So we have 12 here and 15. First thing I'm going to look at is what is shared. Okay, so which of the primes are shared? This has a 3, this has a 3. Cross those off. That's shared. We have 1, 3 that's shared for both of those. So we're going to put that in the middle. Let's look at what else here. We have a 2 on this side. Do I have a 2 on this one? Nope. So that goes there. I have another 2 here. We know there's no 2 there. Now on this side, I have a 5, which isn't on that side, so I'm going to put a 5. So my lowest common multiple is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, which is equal to 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 times 5. 4 times 3 is 12. And 5 times 12 is 60. So my lowest common multiple gets me 60. All right, let's try one last one. Let's try 8, and let's try 12. We're going to go with 8 and 12. So I'm going to have 2 and 4, 2 and 2. 12 is 3 and 4, 2, 2. So we broke them down so there's only prime numbers, numbers that can only be divided by 1 in themselves. Now I'm going to go over here and let's make my Venn diagram. So first let's look here. 2. Is there a 2 here? Yes, there's a 2. So I'm going to put that 2 there. 2, 2. So these are shared. Oh, we have 8 and 12. Oh, there's one more 2 here that doesn't have a partner on that side, so he's going to go there. I have a 3 here and a 3 there. So altogether I'm going to get 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, times 3, which gives me 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, which gives me 24. And that is my lowest common multiple. So that's how we find our lowest common multiple or least common multiple.